around changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I mean. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand.
Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
Goddess.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running. So only one team over here is Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC 4L. All day, every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We gotta go to free agency, then we gotta go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? Happy Friday. Hope all is well. Hope the week went good. And, man, y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all done put that work week in. You got your 40 hours in. It's time to let your hair down, man. Come in, get you a snack, get you a beverage. It's time to get drunk off the Dallas Cowboys content. And salute to everybody already sliding into the liquor store, man. The door just opened up. We already got patrons. Salute to my boy, Dak Owns Filthy in the chat box. Salute to you. My boy, Ty Church in the building. What's up with you, man? And, hey, we got a couple things to discuss today, man. We know that the rookie camp started up today. You know, a couple days for them to come together, get integrated to the Dallas Cowboys culture. You know, that was started today. And we're going to talk about setting proper expectations for these children, because a lot of these kids are in their early 20s, just got out of college. We're going to set our proper expectations for these children. And, you know, we're going to talk some Dallas Cowboys content, man. You say you can't hear me? It might be on your end, bro. C King, might be on your end. If y'all can hear me, let me know. Put it in the chat box how the sound is going. Florida Cowboy, what's up with you? Benzo, what's up with you? Sports Junkie, what's Gucci, my content brother? The Real Berry Sports Highlight, what's Gucci? Yeah, he said like he can't hear me, but let me know what the sound sounded like. Let me get a 1 if the sound is superb, and 2, we gotta adjust some stuff. Let me know. Or maybe the music a little loud. Let me know. Either way, we're gonna try and get it right before we dive headfirst to the content. I ain't getting no responses, so I'm guessing the sound is good then. So let's see. Oh, sound great. Okay, cool. Sound fine. Bet. So yeah, bro, probably just something on your end then, man. Probably just a little something on your end. Don't trip. Just hit the volume button, adjust it. It's probably gonna be okay, man. It'll probably be okay. But yeah, man, y'all know the proper rules of engagement. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and listen, you ain't gotta hit the Cash App no more. If you didn't know, we beat the RICO case. Me and landlord ain't have to snitch on nobody. We ain't have to turn over state evidence. We ain't have to do no Illuminati deals. We back monetized, and we remain real ones in the process, man. So you want to show love and support the content, you can hit the super chats, you can hit the super stickers, you can send a gift, or if you're country and you don't fool with none of the YouTube stuff, you can still hit the Cash App, $ Henny the More. But without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into the content, man. Let's go ahead and chop it up. Let's get to the main thing. Let's make the main thing today, man. So there was a bunch of folks. All right, let's start with the basic bookkeeping. So there was a bunch of folks that had the 5th-year option picked up. The Dallas Cowboys had to make the decision twice. We had 2 former first-round picks on the team that needed a 5th-year option either picked up or declined. Now, Elam, his 5th-year option got declined actually. So, and listen, that was to be expected. We did decline Elam's 5th-year option. We don't know the man. We don't know this man. He a stranger. We brought him in for a cup of coffee. So we ain't finna pay this man $12.7 million next year. So if he plays well, he might be able to get a contract extension with the Dallas Cowboys. But by declining his 5th-year option, they don't have to pay him $12 million, and he'll be an unrestricted free agent next year. So if he played good enough, you can offer him something to stay at a reduced price, or if he don't play worth a damn, the door can hit him on the way out for all we care. We'll have no ties to him after this season because of this. Now, somebody that we said yes to was the phenomenal Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith did get his 5th-year option picked up because we know Tyler Smith. And we know Tyler Smith is one of the best guards in the National Football League. Man is a multi-time Pro Bowler, an All-Pro, the best offensive lineman on the Dallas Cowboys front. So, of course, that was an easy yes to Tyler Smith. So, there's minor bookkeeping stuff. If you wanted to know, we did pick up Tyler Smith's 5th-year option. He will be a Dallas Cowboy this year, and we will control his rights next year as well. Elam, get your shit together. Get your shit together, man. If you ball, you could be a Dallas Cowboy a little bit longer. If not, we're going to be right back looking for another corner in this upcoming draft, man. But yeah, that what happened with the 5th-year options. We had 2 folks to make a decision on. Tyler Smith was a yes. Elam was a hell no. All right. So really what I wanted to bring y'all in here to discuss today, man, was setting proper expectations for these young guys coming into the season. Because remember, we're entering baby nut hugging season. We're entering the time of year where every young kid can do no wrong. They're the second coming of whoever your favorite player was. You're gonna hear people telling you that Jadon Blue is Tony Dorsett. You're gonna hear people telling you that he's Tony Pollard. You're gonna hear people telling you that Phil Maffa he's better than Josh Jacobs. You're gonna hear people telling you that the Tongan kid that we got is Vita Vea. You're gonna hear a lot of folks be hyperbolic, these upcoming lean months. They really ain't got shit to talk about, right? So I wanted to show y'all this. I wanted to keep this in proper perspective going forward. You're gonna hear a lot of buzz behind training camp. You might even see some folks ball during the preseason. I just want y'all to remember, no matter what you hear, no matter what you see, pump your brakes. Brandon Laurie posted the Dallas Cowboy training camp all-star team. And it's funny because Every single one of these guys had rave reviews during training camp. And then we're going to ask ourselves, where the hell are they now? All right, so let's start with the quarterback that made the team. Jamil Showers, right, had a phenomenal training camp back in 2016. Right, they raved about how he played. They said he was outperforming Dak Prescott in training camp. And when the lights were on, Jamil Showers played horribly. Jamil Showers actually ended up moving and switching positions. Jamil Showers went from playing quarterback to playing safety. So when you talk about training camp, remember, just because they play well in training camp, no pressure, a lot of times it's not even open to the public, does not mean that shit's going to translate, and does not mean that they're going to hit the ground running. Hey, shout out to you guys for the super chat. She said, make up for the lost time, y'all. Send supers if you can. That's love right there. I appreciate it. Yeah, help keep the lights on in the liquor store. Hit those super chats, hit those cash apps, hit those super stickers. And because we're back monetized, we will be doing memberships again. We'll probably do like the exclusive film study over there at the memberships. Right? Since they demonetized the videos when we do the film studies, we'll probably just do film studies over there for the members, member-only film studies, member-only videos, and things like that. So we'll set the memberships back up and get everything rolling. But we back in full effect over here in the liquor store, man. It's been a long time coming. I've been a lot of crazy things that happen in between now and then. So, man, I just appreciate y'all for grinding out with your boy, man. You have no idea how much I appreciate y'all for supporting your boy and showing me love while we handled the business that we had to handle to get back in the good graces of YouTube. They were hating on us, man. They were hating on us, but we prevailed and we overcame that, man. So yeah, so Jamil Showers, a lot of buzz was around him during training camp, and he ended up having to play safety, how to go from quarterback to playing safety. Deuce Vaughn. Now I won't hold you. I saw Deuce Vaughn put a spin move on some boys during preseason, and I called that nigga. I called that young man Black Jesus. Like it was out there, like he was walking on water, man. He took the ankles. He was going crazy during preseason, and we know that he's a practice squad player right now. He hasn't really got a lot of opportunities, but he also has not made enough of an impact with the limited opportunities that he's had to really stick onto the roster. But Deuce Vaughn was another guy that people loved in training camp and in preseason. And his game has not really translated to the NFL just yet. Lance Lenoir. I forget what year it was when Lance Lenoir was out there cooking folks out there. But Lance Lenoir was down there uncoverable. Like folks could not cover Lance Lenoir during training camp. And folks really thought that he was going to be one of the next great wide receivers for the Dallas Cowboys. I really don't know what happened to Lance Lenoir, though. I know I don't think he ever started a regular season game for us. Matter of fact, let me see, because Lance Lenoir is only 30 years old. I'm looking it up while I talk to y'all. So Lance Lenoir is only 30 years old, and he's already out of the NFL. He had stints with the Cowboys, the Seahawks, the Bills, the Michigan Panthers. He went to the Eagles, the Rams, the Orlando Guardians, the Michigan Panthers again as early as last year. Yeah, NFL. Let me see. I'm trying to check out to see what he ever. Yeah, I don't think he did nothing. So he went from being one of the most dominant wide receivers during training camp to being out of the league by the time he was 30. Malik Turner. Now listen. I think Malik Turner, you actually got some return on investment on, because Malik Turner made some plays in the limited amount of time that he played for the Dallas Cowboys. Now it's not like he ever became like a star wide receiver or anything like that, but he caught some touchdowns for you. in a couple games. He did all right. You know, he did all right in the opportunity he had. So 2021, he had 3 touchdowns for 149 yards and 12 catches, along with 61. Has not played in the NFL since. Matter of fact, I think Malik Turner is currently in the UFL. So you got a couple touchdowns from him. But, you know. You know. It ain't really translate. He ain't really sticking the NFL like that. Rico Gathers, man. I heard so many people when Rico Gathers was out there comparing him to who's the Chargers great that used to play? Antonio Gates. There are a lot of people comparing him to Antonio Gates, man. Hold on, man. This is Landlord Evil Ass in the chat box with the super chat. He said, he ain't so nefarious. He left the real one out the stream. He better send the link or I'm sending. Damn, hold on, man. I knew you was snitching, man. Listen, Landlord, I just told these folks we ain't snitch on nobody to get out that Rico. And now you make me look like a liar. You make me look like a liar, man. Hold on. I'm gonna send your ass the link, man. I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send you the link, bro. Hold on. I got Landlord for the snitch on me, man. Damn, we just started. Don't do that. Landlord, check your Facebook, man. I'm finna drop the link in there right now, bro. Don't tell them people on us, man. Don't tell them people on us, man. We surrender. We surrender, man. Here's the link, bro. Hold on. Here's the link, man. Damn. Don't do me bad like that, bro. But thank you for the super chat, my brother. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, we sent it, man. Listen, you can't threaten us like that and not come on to the show. You can't threaten us like that and not come on the show now, man. Come on. Yeah, Antoine Woods is like an outlier when you look at these names, bro. Yeah, Arthur, Antoine Woods is an outlier. Because not only did Antoine Woods end up starting for you, he played good football. And he's still in the National Football League. And salute to Angie, man. Big time supporter. Make sure that, hey, I recently found out that Angie also has a YouTube page. Angie, maybe drop the link in the chat so folks can sub up to you, subscribe to your page. She over there giving words of encouragement. So support Angie the way that she been supporting the liquor store, man. Make sure y'all go over there and support her in her endeavors and rock out with her, man. She good people. She support everybody in the space. So, return the love to Angie, man. So, yeah, let's see. But, yeah, they were comparing Rico Gathers to, like, Antonio Gates to shit, man. They were talking like he was going to be this dominant red zone threat. They always brought up the basketball background. They always brought up his size. I think the dude was like 6'5" or something like that. Listen, he had a lot of great physical tools and stuff. It never really, it never really panned out. Yeah, he was 6'6". Rico Gathers was 6'6". So he was with the Dallas Cowboys from 2016 to 2018. He was with the Browns in 2019. Never caught an NFL touchdown. Has not played in the NFL since 2018. Last time we seen him, he got arrested for a marijuana charge in Frisco. Oh damn! Antoine Woods just retired. Shit. Shout out to Antoine Woods though, man. Shout out to Antoine Woods. Listen. You probably beat the Rams in 2018 if Antoine Woods doesn't get hurt. The moment that he got hurt, they just start running wild on us, man. But shout out to Antoine Woods. Even as an undersized defensive tackle, he was in there holding it down, man. So salute to Antoine Woods. Now I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I don't even remember George Sylvie. I don't remember DeMonte Moore. I remember them talking about Francis Bernard, though. That was recent. I remember them hyping up Francis Bernard. So, really, man. Oh, matter of fact, hell nah. Maurice Kennedy. Maurice Kennedy was out that motherfucker like he was Deion Sanders. And then got in the actual game. I think Maurice Kennedy played during the 2020 season. And you know how bad that defense was back then. So, really, when you look at the names on this list, There's really only two guys that done anything for you. Marquise Bell played at a very high level. Yeah, Marquise Bell played at a very high level. And then Antoine Woods played great. So that's only two of these guys from this whole list that actually performed. So I brought this list up just to remind y'all. I'm not trying to shit on no children. I'm not trying to rain on y'all parade. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm just saying, wait till you see them play in an actual NFL football game that matters. Wait till you see them perform and produce in an NFL game before you anoint any of these children. I don't care how well Holden plays out there at wide receiver. Until you see him, perform against NFL corners in a game that actually matters, do not act like he's Jerry Rice. Until you see Jaden Blue and Maffa meet starting caliber NFL linebackers in the A-gap and run through them or make them miss or whatever they got to do to get positive yardage. Oh, so he had like 7 sacks one season. Okay, then that's decent. That's decent. Let me go ahead and pull up George Sylvie because I did dismiss him a little bit. So let me see. What did George Sylvie do for us? Dallas Cowboys. George Sylvie, Dallas Cowboys. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see, because this was back in 2014. No, 2013. Yeah, 2013 season, he had 7 sacks for us. In one of those lost seasons, he had 7 sacks for us. The next year, he only had 3, and the year after that, he only had 1. So you're right, he had a great 2013 performance. Sort of slacked off after that. But yeah, so I'll give him his kudos. So 3 guys. You got above expectation performance from 3 of those people instead of 2. You sold Fent to my grandma back in 2009. Nah, dog. Your granny was smoking dick. Your granny was smoking dick. She wasn't smoking Fent, my guy. Let's see. This is why I gave this draft class an eye for incomplete until they play some meaningful games. Hell, yeah. Listen, I'll give it an A for talent, but like you said, it's always fair. Cause West does the same thing. Shout out to West Coast Cowboy. He waits until after they play, and then he gives them a couple of years. He likes to review the draft classes about 2 years down the line. Dog. That shit is crazy because Javarius Ward ended up being one of the best corners in the National Football League. And we let him go for a backup guard. Man. You said, didn't you have Taco Charlton too? We had Taco at one point. In 2017, we had Taco. But I don't remember if Taco had a great training camp or not. I think people might have been down on Taco during training camp. I can't remember the conversation. You got to remember, 2017 doesn't sound like a long time ago. That was 8 years ago. That was 8 years ago, dog. So I don't really remember the conversations around Taco Charlton in 2017. But we know he ain't do shit in the actual games either, though. Hey, I do agree with you. He said Sylvie was 6'4", 252, only ran a 5. That was awful. So yeah, he was an overachiever. But good for him though, man. Good for him. That's all I'm trying to say, man, because you're gonna get a lot of people that's gonna prey on y'all willingness to hope and believe in the Dallas Cowboys going into this season. There are a lot of people that can't make content unless y'all are engaged and happy and are buying in. So there are going to be a lot of folks that go out here and try to sell y'all on unproven commodities based off preseason, based off a training camp, and we can't have that shit. But shout out to my brother landlord from Alabama in the building, man. What's Gucci with you?
What's happening, man? What we talking about? I ain't mean to interrupt y'all vibe y'all had going on.
Man, it's Gucci, man. Listen, we always gonna let the nefarious one in. You know, listen, you really might be a vampire. You always got to get invited in somewhere, man. I'm watching your ass. But we were just talking about it's baby nut hugging season in the words of West Coast Cowboy, man. So before this shit get out of hand, before folks talk about what these kids are doing in training camp, before they talk about what these kids are doing in preseason, I wanted to remind them folks that most of them guys that ball out in training camp don't do a damn thing. Because Brandon Laurie had posted this. This was his Cowboy training camp all-star team thing. And all they dudes did ball in training camp. But look at the names and think about where they at right now.
Let me see. Mel Showers, yeah. Deuce Vine, Little Legs. Lance Lenore, Turner, Rico Gathers, yeah. Yeah, it's only one good name on that. That's Antoine Woods. He was okay.
I was gonna say him and Marquise
Bell
Bell
too. Yeah, Marquise Bell too. Yeah.
They reminded me that George Selby had got 7 sacks for his one season, so I gave him
Selby
too.
was okay too. He was okay.
He only
Michael Sam though. Michael Sam, boy, that's a no.
Oh,
I'm just playing.
God.
Let's keep going. I'm sorry.
You diabolical, sir.
I got a very, very. Sometimes I have a dark sense of humor, so it go with the nefarious one. So I'm sorry.
I be praying for you, bro. Don't worry about it. I be praying for you. Don't even trip on this shit. But yeah, that's all I wanted to tell these folks, man. Like, they got to understand that just because they have a couple of good outings in training camp, it does not mean that they're ready for true NFL competition. So, for example, right, let's say that Jaden Blue goes for 100 yards in a preseason game or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean that he is a 3-down back that can carry the Dallas Cowboys offense for 17 games?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. Because we were talking about Deuce Vaughn. Like, bro, Deuce Vaughn went so crazy that one preseason game. I called that boy Black Jesus. You remember that shit?
Yeah, that was hilarious. He out there shaking the hell out of these regular human beings. Like, you know what I'm saying? The average Joe out there getting cooked. But about it though, you do have to like let's break it down. I say
let's go into detail.
Now, training camp does matter though. You know what I'm saying? It matters. It matters. That we're not gonna act like it don't matter. But don't take that as if it's the end all be all. See, training camp, you got to translate that to what? Preseason. Mm-hmm. And a lot of players struggle with that. So if you can't translate that good play or stack those days on top of it when it's going from training camp to preseason, how the hell you going to be ready for a real game on a Sunday?
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to be able to have a smooth transition through those 3 phases. Some people get caught up and be head over heels after the first stage. Oh my God, he just ran in a circle with shorts on. He's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people be a little too, hyperbolic on how they want to commit to these players. So I would say, even after one good season, you probably need to be still cautious, because I feel like the only way you could be a legitimate player is if you do it for a whole season and then you come back and repeat it or do something similar. Because you got to put a whole season's worth of tape on tape. Mm-hmm. That's when the league like, okay, I got to study Dak Prescott now. You know what I'm saying? I got to see what he did what made him successful. So don't be shocked. Breaking news. You heard it here first. Landlord from Alabama and Hen. You know, Cowboys Combos. You heard it here first. I know that's your guy, Hen, but don't be shocked if Jaden Daniels take a step back. Now, I ain't saying that it's because he had a hell of a step, though. Like, he was pretty great.
Yeah, when you
so
start
a step
right
back,
here, like coming down right here is well. Listen, it happened to CJ Stroud too.
So I'm just saying, once we get a year worth of tape on you, not everybody is dissecting and diagnosing every single thing that makes you tick. So these defensive coordinators are great minds. Like, they do this. You know what I'm saying? They eat, live, breathe all of this every day and night. That's their job. They are trying to stop you. So they looking at every little giveaway, every little tendency that you got, just trying to break you down. So if you can still be successful after people targeting you like that, that means you like that. You see what I'm saying? That means you like that.
So, hey, they did ask a question in the chat box, so I want to try and answer it for them real quick. We won't linger on it too long. So my boy E. Eddington said, what you guys think about the DJ Moore rumor, and is he a good fit? So if anybody is wondering, DJ Moore is a former first-round pick wide receiver. He was drafted by the Carolina Panthers back in 2018, number 24 overall. He's had multiple 1,000-yard seasons. I think it's 3 that he crossed the 1,100-yard threshold. And he's only 28 years old. He's 6 foot even. He came into the league weighing 215 pounds, and he ran a 4.42. He actually reminds me a lot of Luther Burden. When you think about the build, what they excel at, the way that he runs in the open space, he's a good yak guy, not a bad route runner either. He's disgruntled right now. He does not like the way that he was used in Chicago, but you know, I don't actually expect the Dallas Cowboys to make a play for him. Does he fit, and would he be an immediate upgrade? Yes, he is a wide receiver 1. Yes, he is explosive. Yes, he is a difference maker on offense. No, I don't believe the Dallas Cowboys would trade for him, give up an asset, and then also take on his salary, which is over $20 million a year.
I was about to say, when I'm talking about former number 1, a player of his caliber, the type of player that I'm really interested in, by the way, exactly. I need to know how much money he making. And that's sad, but that's just the life of a Cowboy fan these days. Like, I promise you, the Eagles don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? They don't sit up and say, how much he making, though? Like, they ain't really doing that. Like, Howie's just going to make it happen if he feel like it's the best for their team, man. And I envy that sometimes, to be honest. But it is what it is, bro. But I'm just looking at it from this perspective. Like, if he can help my football team, that's what landlord wants. And I think I went clear enough on this hand. What happened?
If we trade for him, we got him forever. He in a death row contract with them boys. Cause he was on his
360 football deal.
He was already on his rookie deal when they traded for him and gave him this extension. So he signed a 4-year extension, and I think it's just now finna kick in. So he's only 28 years old right now. He's only 28.
I don't know about only in that case.
Oh, only he's been in the league for 5 years. Only 28 is like he's been in the league for 5-6 years. Like he's only 28.
In that context, I understand.
Yeah. So we would control his contract if we traded for him until he was 32 years old, and then there's a potential out in his contract. 2028 before the 2028 season. So you would have him for 3 years if that's what you wanted. Then you could get out of the contract. Cap hits are as follows: 24.9, 28.5, and then 28.5 again.
See, that's what I was about to say. I wanted to get into this. I think I told you this on the phone. I don't know if I said it publicly, but I don't like the mentality that a lot of y'all got when it comes to filling this wide receiver 2 position. And to be quite frank, it's really mostly team trenches. so Lou, I'm talking to you.
Damn.
Lou, I'm talking to you. All right, I seen you in the chat, so you got to get it. You know what I'm saying? You represent team trenches over here, so you got to get this whipping. I don't want to have the mentality where we just saying, oh, we got to be better than Jalen Tolbert. Like, is he better than Tolbert? Like, listen, sir.
Low bar.
That's a very low bar. Like, I ain't saying Tolbert is not worth nothing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying why we can't be looking to pair CeeDee Lamb up with a dope-ass partner. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just saying, oh, we just need to be better than Tolbert. I feel like that's real mid. That's real average. That's real. You know what I'm saying? That's terrible. I don't like that mentality. How about we just strengthen one of our strengths and help CeeDee Lamb out with another dynamic wide receiver on the other side of him? We should be trying to capitalize on CeeDee Lamb's prime. I don't think y'all understand that. On Dak's final years of his contract. Like, we supposed to be trying to capitalize and get the max out of this, man. Like, we ain't moving in a sense of urgency, and this is how you miss that jet. This is how you miss those opportunities. This is, some teams have a sense. They can smell the blood. They know when to strike. They like, okay, the time is now. We need to strike while the iron is hot. We need to start going to get assets to maximize our team. We don't have a long time. So all I'm saying is DJ Moore would be the type of player that I would love to be alongside of CeeDee Lamb. He is a former number one wide receiver, and he could still be if something was to happen to Mr. Sedary. You see what I'm saying? Like, I need a guy like that. I don't want a guy like, he'll make a couple of plays. I want a guy over there like, hey, let's go. Let's suit up. He been waiting on that. He been talking shit to CeeDee Lamb in practice about how he gonna be the number one. I want a dude like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want the dude who like, yeah, CeeDee, you got it. Like, nah, bro. I want a dude who got the attitude like, hey, you better hope they don't give me a shot at it. We need a real dude at wide receiver to pair with him. Just like everybody else in the league got real dudes on their side. So please stop with the below average mindset, the mid-level mindset that we got talking about better than Tolbert. And Tolbert is barely a friend. He's a friend starter at this point. So what you saying, you want Noah Brown? Noah Brown better than Tolbert? Mm-hmm. Theoretically, you know what I'm saying? He was slightly better. He had some production.
Yeah.
That's what you want?
So, I don't think I want that. And also, we have to just really what we got to do is find the team that is willing to give up their wide receiver, because remember, it took the Tennessee Titans exploding for them to want to move AJ Brown. Like, they knew it was gonna be a complete rebuild. They weren't gonna be able to compete no more. They moved AJ Brown. They it was rough. It was rough for them. You know what I'm saying? We got to find a team in a similar position. And in that regard, I don't believe Chicago is. Because they just drafted their quarterback last year. They got a new head coach. Matter of fact, that's where Ben Johnson went. So they got the hottest head coach candidate to come over there. They just drafted Luther Burden this year. They drafted Roma Dunze last year. And they just paid DJ Moore.
But don't that sound like an overloader at receiver?
You ain't let me finish. DJ Moore fucking hate Matt Eberflus.
Oh, shit.
So I don't know. Even though he's not his direct coach, I don't know if he want to even be around this nigga.
Oh.
So matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why I don't know if Keenan Allen's gonna come. He had a bad relationship with all his wide receivers with some of the things that went on over there. Yeah, they got finesse. Like, listen, the Tennessee Titans got bent over for AJ Brown. Like, it was a robbery. Matter of fact, if this was the NBA, they might have vetoed that shit. Yeah, they got this so dirty for AJ Brown. You know, they robbed they robbed Tennessee for that nigga. He was free damn near. But we got to find a trade partner that actually wants to move their wide receiver. So let's think of the teams that don't give a damn about their quarterback and want to move one of their most valuable assets on offense.
Hey man, shout out to this goofball roast, man. He typed Cowboys are the greatest team ever and F the Eagles. Like, I just want to congratulate you on being able to type words on the internet, bro. You was able to work the internet and a phone or a computer and actually type words, man. We're gonna give you a round of applause, man. Great job. Great job.
You said the Jets. The Jets might be one. Let's say, but there's only one wide receiver over there I give a damn about, and that's Garrett Wilson. If Garrett Wilson if they ain't trying to move Garrett Wilson, we ain't got nothing to talk about with the Jets.
Right.
Because the other wide receivers they got are unproven as well. Like Garrett Wilson is a wide receiver one. Said Jalen McMillan, and see.
Yeah, Waddle would be a dream for them. Like, I'm talking about, I probably go buy his jersey immediately. Like that'll be a dream scenario for me. I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like he'll be phenomenal on side of the city.
He would, but that's another name that you got to think about. With the issues that they're having with Tyreek Hill, he's going to be the nigga that's going to be gone before Jalen Waddle.
Well, I'll take Tyreek Hill.
Will your coach take Tyreek Hill?
Man, my coach, he don't know what he want to do. He's taking a lot of shit right now.
Like what? Like who?
To me, I don't. Well, I like Shotty, so I'm not gonna criticize his path yet. But he running some misdirection plays in my opinion right now. And I say that because you supposed to be big and physical, but you go draft blue. I don't see what you doing there.
I didn't like that. And this is all out subject, but I completely agree with you. You were better off getting Damian Martinez. You were better off getting Caleb Johnson. You were better off because Jordan James was gone by that point. So,
shout out to DMV. I asked him this morning, and I'm gonna ask you.
What's up?
Are any of these backs significantly better than Rico Dow?
I don't know. And that's the thing. We didn't draft them high enough to say yay or nay.
Okay, what about Miles Sanders right now? And what about the Williams kid right now? Are they just notably better than Rico Dow?
Miles Sanders is difficult to assess. He used to be that dude. So I don't know if he smoked crack, if he got injected with something. I don't know if the Monstars took his talent. I don't know what happened to Miles Sanders, but he used to be like that. Like I used to say, hell yeah, but I don't. At this point, I don't know if we'll ever see that version of Miles Sanders again.
What it was about Miles Sanders was his speed and agility was one of his best attributes, and now he got older, so he don't got that no more.
Miles Sanders only like 28 years old. Did he fall off a cliff?
I said he got older. You got to think running backs age like bananas. Real talk.
Oh shit! That nigga was born in 1997.
Running backs age like milk.
Matter of fact, it's crazy. He just turned 28 yesterday. Yeah, that nigga just turned 28 yesterday.
That man, a young man.
Man, that's I don't know. Maybe he was disinterested being over there with the Panthers. You go for competing for a Super Bowl to playing for the Panthers. That shit sort of crazy.
All right, let me ask y'all this. Y'all say Williams is better. How much better? I guarantee you can't say he like head and shoulders are better than, but you can't say that, y'all. Let's be honest. Let's not try to win the debate or whatever. Be honest. If Williams is a 5 or 6, what would Rico be? Like, this is not a blowout.
Like a 4? If he a 5 or 6, then he like a 4. He like a 4.5 or a 5 his damn self, Rico, after last year.
Blowout, then my point is made. That's what I'm getting at.
He said, what I think about the wide receiver pickup. Oh, you talk about Holden, the boy from Oregon. Man, and Landlord, to your point, now I think about it. Holden is a young nigga. He is the one exception. All these other dudes were team captains and leaders, and this a young nigga. Like he got kicked off the team at one point because he had pulled a strap on somebody. He spit on a boy during a game and got ejected. Like this is like he is like the one person on the team that's like that sticks out like a sore thumb when you compare him to everybody else that was recruited and drafted. I'm not saying that he don't got potential or talent, no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, to your point, if you'll take a chance with somebody like Holden, who doesn't have that much upside, why not take a chance on, like maybe a Tyreek Hill? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I ain't gonna say I don't like Blue. I'm gonna say this. I think I'm just angry because they didn't get none of the backs I wanted. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Look, I'm a human being. I'm not perfect. I'm angry a little bit, bro, because I feel like they didn't prioritize running back or receiver.
They did.
Like they got one, but they move with a sense of urgency about it. Like I think Blue is okay, but tell me this: is Blue your number one back? And if you can't say that definitively, then they did not feel that need. That's all I'm saying.
Matter of fact, I wanted to check this out.
Blue do not fit the vision. He don't. He's not a physical guy.
I wanted to check this out with you while I had you on here, because they dropped some interesting tidbits to me about a lot of the shit that we're discussing. So I'm gonna just go down the list and just start reading shit off real quick, dog. If you're okay with it, and we'll talk about it as we go.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. So some Cowboy notes from David Moore last podcast with the Dallas Cowboys with the Dallas Morning News. Tyler Booker was 7th or 8th on the team's big board, but Tatoria McMillan was higher and would have been the pick if available. Moore asked around when the last time the team felt this good about a first-round pick from their level of play to have a high character was. The first name was Michael Irvin. The second was Jason Witten. There was little discussion of Jalen Walker at 12, but Booker was still rated higher. The Houston Texans were willing to give up a future pick to move to 12, but Dallas wanted more capital from this draft instead. Moore thinks going in, Javonte Williams will be the Dallas Cowboys' primary back, which is sort of scary. And compared to past players, Dallas sees some of Marion Barber in Phil Maffa's game. So it sounds like, so I'm just going to just go through these different talking points. For one, I'm gonna ask you about them denying the trade with Houston. Are you mad that they didn't trade back and get a future pick? Because you could have parlayed the future pick into a current player.
So now that we say that, I believe I am. I feel like if you would have, what number Houston was?
They were in the 20s. They were 20-something. You would have to move all the way down. But
20 what? 20 what? If you can.
Give me 2 seconds. I can find that information out.
I'm just trying to see, do I believe Booker would have been available? And I really do. I believe he would have been, to be honest with y'all.
I think he goes at 18 to Seattle because they drafted the second best guard.
Okay. So I thought he might graze the 20s. I don't know. But I'm not mad at the pick at all. I'm just saying that the way the board was set up, the way the draft was going, he would have slid several more slots. I feel like he would have slid several more.
Let's see. I'm trying to see where the hell they was at. Texans. God dog, my eyes ain't worth a damn. Did the Texans move up with somebody else or some shit? I'm trying to see, but my eyes must be bad, dog. Bear with me, bro.
All right. But yeah, I really feel like Booker probably would have slid a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I think the Giants traded with the Texans because the Texans were supposed to be at 25. They traded with the Giants, so we would have moved to 25. So we would have moved to 13 spots.
That might have been too far to get there.
To be
But you
fair,
know me,
probably.
like I would have been shit. If you take me back to the 20s, I would have drafted Gold. Shit.
Yeah, if you go back that, well, you would have still missed out on gold.
What number he went?
He went to Green Bay at 22 or 23.
What Houston was?
Huh?
What Houston was again? I'm sorry.
He went to Green Bay at
I said
23,
what Houston pick was again?
25.
Oh, okay.
He would have been gone 2 steps.
Two. Yeah.
So Emeka Ibuka went at 19, and Golden ended up going at 23, 22, whatever the hell I said it was.
And kudos on that. You was right on the order. Except for you said Ibuka was your first though, but he was higher than my guy. So salute to you about that. But we got to see how it play out though.
Exactly. Because listen, I'm not like I'm just because they went somewhere does not mean it's their value. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen Dez Bryant. I know that he had the NCAA shit that happened. He was drafted in the 20s. Demarius Thomas was drafted in the 20s. CeeDee Lamb was drafted number 17. These people are all pro wide receivers. Like, it doesn't really matter where you go in the first round. It actually matters how you produce. So, we'll see who ends up doing more. All right, so the next thing I want to ask you about, since it probably was a little bit too far back, so I'm not gonna be too mad at them about that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't have moved that far back.
All right, so let's see.
And then, like I said, like we can do all this semantics about, what Booker value is or where he would have slid, but at the end of the day, if that's your guy, that's your guy. I ain't mad at them. If that was their guy, that's their guy, bro. You better just know what you're doing with them. That's all I'm gonna say.
I agree with you on that. Now, when they mention Maffa and they say they see some Marion Barber in him, that's the kind of shit I be talking about. That I try to warn folks about. Talk about the kids like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna run a couple niggas over in training camp or the preseason, and they gonna act like everything is fine when we ain't actually seen it in a football game. That's the kind of stuff that concerns me. Talking the way they talking, because listen, I already said he gonna make the team anyway because he's the only power back you got. He's gonna make the team by default. So there's not even really running back competition for him. If you're having a running back committee and these guys got to do different things, he's the only nigga to do what he do.
Right.
And they talk about him like that. He's going to make the team. The question is, should he? That's going to be the real question. Should he even make the damn team?
We'll have to see.
Let's see.
I'm trying to see you feel there. It went quiet real quick.
Jerry Jones. Listen, I started talking about they hand-picked people. The Wi-Fi start acting up. So
Yeah.
He said Barber was insane at Minnesota because he split carries with the guy who went to New England. His draft stock dropped. Man, speaking of Minnesota, man, I know this is off topic. What did you think about Rashad Bateman for what we watched of him last night?
I think he's pretty decent, bro. I kind of like him. Like, he still fit the mold of what I was saying. Like,
two.
He better than Jalen. You know what I'm saying? I say he better than Jalen, but I don't know if he'll move the needle to the degree that I want. I'm being selfish because, bro, I've been fighting for this shit for 2 years. Y'all gotta bear with me. Like, I am angry. I've been fighting the good fight for 2 years straight, bro. So you not gonna satisfy me with a little old regular old guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've been promising your girlfriend a ring and then you go get her one for $100, like, that's not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you've been promising her a ring for 2 years, you think $100 ring gonna satisfy her?
Hell no, she ain't gonna like that shit.
I want something so significant. I'm just saying.
Now listen, I think he's a big upgrade over Jalen Tolbert from what I saw, because Jalen Tolbert don't move like that. Like he way more explosive. He's way more athletic, but like you said, I think the issue and the reason he's on the trading block, he ain't done a lot because of the injuries. Like I said, last year was the last time that he's been back to full strength. For people that don't know what happened to Rashad Bateman, his second year in the league, he tore his knee up. He missed like eight, 9 games, some shit like that. He came back the next year. You know, after you have a knee injury like that, you ain't the same player the first year back. So he was average as hell his third year. He came back last year, and he balled. He had career highs. He had almost 800 yards. He had 9 touchdowns, made some splash plays. So, you know, now they in the position of, do we give the nigga a contract extension? Really, this is what's going on with him, landlord, and what probably going to happen with the Marvin Overshawn. A guy that has not played a lot of football but has played well when he's been there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now you really don't know what you want to do with him. And they're getting time to cut that check, and you look at them sideways.
See, this is another thing. Queso 52. Shout out to you, sir. Why do y'all want to get these project players who ain't working out already? Like, go get me somebody who dope already, man. Why y'all want to do me so dirty, Queso? Tell me that. Why y'all want to do me so dirty? If I tell you I need a new car, my car been messing up. Would you give me a car that's badly working? Would you recommend me a car that's badly working, that's doing the same thing? No, this motherfucker cutting off every 5 miles. Like, come on, bro. And you gonna tell me, well, this car right here cut off every 10 miles. That's your upgrade solution for me, Queso. Come on, man. Relax. Jalen Hyatt, our coaches looked Jalen Hyatt dead in his face and said, son, you can't run routes.
Told her straight.
They told that young man straight to his face. Jalen Hyatt, you, sir, cannot run routes.
Queso's so funny.
I love seeing it. I see, bro. I see. You doing me so dirty, bro. Good Lord.
He said, I got Haney tonight. I guess the Lord. He's talking about boxing.
Oh, I thought he was saying your name weirdly. I don't know. Haney.
I think Haney gonna mess around and win by decision. He'll get enough points to win, but you know, I ain't excited about that fight.
What's happening with my people, man? Yeah, man, that $100 ring y'all trying to give me, it's a no. Okay? It's a no. She gonna say no to y'all ass, all right?
Unless she love you.
She gonna say no, because you could at least put some effort in it.
Man, she ain't gonna know this $100. You gonna tell us $100?
Theoretically, you gonna act like she know, okay? Shit. Don't kill my analogy, man. Goddamn.
Like hell, this some good Jupiter Coning, man. This shit look real.
We got a brand new bubblegum machine, girl. Bubblegum machine just came out, girl.
Shit. Let's see. He said we need DJ Moore. We were just talking about DJ Moore earlier. Really, landlord, I'm gonna give the person I want the Dallas Cowboys to trade for, whether it's a long shot or not, and then you give me the one person.
Let's do it.
Mine is Jameson Williams. Mine is your boy, Jemo. Because
so we gonna say that's a realistic one. Are we going? It gotta be realistic.
It ain't gotta be realistic because I don't know how realistic it is.
Because we don't really know how realistic nothing is, to be honest.
Exactly.
You say J-Mo, I already gave mine away as Waddle.
Yeah. I can see Waddle.
Waddle would be an absolute monster. I tried to get y'all a Waddle in the draft, in my opinion, but y'all didn't want him. So, hey.
I mean, listen. The reason I want J-Mo is probably the same reason you want Waddle. Because if we're going to go into this run-heavy scheme. We're going to run the ball from under center and then utilize play action. I'm trying to take the top off when I do get my opportunities to take the top off. Jameson Williams only had 58 catches and had 1,000 yards.
Exactly.
That man was going crazy.
Tank Dell won't even play this year though, Camo.
Yeah, he out for the season, which is one of the reasons why the Houston Texans had the forethought to draft 2 of the top 10 wide receivers in this draft class. They drafted 2 teammates, Jaden Higgins, and they also drafted Jalen Noel. So they got 2 of the top 10 wide receivers from this draft because they were already understanding that Tank Dell will probably not be available for them at any point. So they gave their quarterback 2 receiving options that could pan out for him. So they still got Nico Collins. They still got Dalton Schultz. They added those 2 wide receivers in the 2nd and 3rd round. They back strapped. They got all the weapons now. They strapped the fuck up.
Thanks. Did Minnesota drop a wide receiver? Because Queso talking about Jordan Addison. That is not going to happen.
I don't even know what they drafted. Let me see.
If they drafted a receiver, I might entertain it, but I doubt it. I still doubt it.
I mean, that was the point of Jordan Addison, you know? Like he was the number 2. The only person they got is Ty Felton. They got Ty Felton, but they're not going to replace Jordan Addison with Ty Felton. Not year 1. Yeah, not year 1. And Ty Felton was somebody I wouldn't have minded us getting in the 3rd round. Honestly.
You got to support that Toba better ball deep out. Hey man, I sure hope he do. If Toba ball out, bro, all our problems will be solved. Believe it or not. A lot of them. I'm
gonna tell you why. Cause they're not gonna give him a contract, and you're gonna be looking for a nigga next year.
Right.
Cause listen.
That you got us. Let's say this. Let's say Toba ball out. What would we consider ball out? I need to know what y'all consider that. Is that at least 1K?
It gotta be at least 1K.
I don't know if you just gotta have 1K. So, you know, maybe 900 with a significant amount of touchdowns, like 6-7 touchdowns. Would that warrant a contract for y'all though? Because you know who that is?
What?
That's damn near Brandon Cook.
Yeah. So let me tell you what Jordan Addison is giving Minnesota as a number 2 wide receiver.
Did they drop a receiver first?
Huh?
Did Minnesota drop the receiver? If not, I think this is not even worth talking about.
I'm talking about in comparison to Jalen Tolbert.
Okay.
I told you they drafted Ty Felton, but he a 3rd round pick. They're not going to replace a 1st round pick wide receiver with 3 years left on his deal with a 3rd round pick. That's not even a conversation. Cause they drafted a wide receiver because they needed a 3rd wide receiver. We're talking about a 2nd wide receiver, but teams actually run out the bitch with 3 of them most of the time. But we look at Jordan Addison like that. He had 911 yards and 10 touchdowns as a rookie. He had 875 and 9 touchdowns his sophomore year. So if Jalen Tolbert
they've been having quarterback trouble too, by the way. Go ahead.
I was actually gonna well, not this last year because Sam Darnold was a Pro Bowler.
Oh.
Yeah, Sam Darnold. That's how he got that contract.
But it's still Sam Darnold though.
He's still Sam Darnold, but you know. So I guess it would have to be 875 yards and 9 touchdowns, or I think 850 and 8.
What Smitty did? Did Smitty get a 1K?
He was hurt, so I think he got like 900 yards in 15 games or some shit though. Remember, he got his brains knocked the fuck out in the Saints game, so he had to miss some time. Yeah, he had 8. Okay, so I'm sorry. He only played 13 games and had 833 yards and 8 touchdowns. Smitty cooked. I hate giving Eagle players any kind of love, but to cross over 800 yards and missing 4 games, you were fucking balling. This man would be like a damn 1,100, 1,200 yard receiver if he played those other 4 games. That's sad, dog. Like we know Jalen Tolbert can never do no shit like that. You alive, landlord? Well, can y'all hear me?
Hear me?
Nah, I couldn't hear you at first.
Oh, I was saying, that was one of my biggest criticisms on Jalen Hurts. I always, I'm a Bama fan. I knew Smitty was like that. And he went showing that he was like that in the league. So I'm like, it's Jalen's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, what Jalen doing? Like, Smitty is like that. We all knew that. But then he started kind of cooking with Smitty. So I had to get up off for him a little bit.
I mean, listen, Smitty has gone over 1,000 yards the last 2 years. He would have did the same this year had he not been injured. And we know what kind of offense they run. They running the fuck out the ball. Jalen Hurts running the fuck out the ball. So, and we know A.J. Brown is getting his too. Because this is wide receiver 2 production that we're talking about. So I can't be mad at them. The running backs.
Have a bad year?
Who?
He was off to a slow start or something this year, wasn't it?
Who had a slow start?
AJ.
I
Because
don't
you
know.
remember they were arguing and shit. AJ was mad half the season.
A.J. Brown just want people to throw in the football every time, no questions asked. He's a wide receiver, dog. Y'all niggas have mental health issues and shit. But he had
AJ had trade rumors and shit during the season.
the nigga had 1,079 yards, dog, and 7 touchdowns.
That's kind of down for AJ though.
I don't think he played. He only played 13 games, nigga.
Okay, I get it.
That's what I'm saying. Both these niggas missed 4 games.
And they still over 1K.
Yes, he over 1,000, and Smitty went over 800 yards in 13 games.
So for the people who keep asking landlord, one of my people in the chat asked me this. They was like, why get a receiver, landlord? Because you're going to be running the ball. Who ran the ball more than the Eagles last year?
Nobody. Literally nobody.
What receiver production they got hen dog? Do you feel where I'm coming from? Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Easily. Let's do a better one. Is Detroit a run-first football team? Allegedly, right?
Yeah.
They got 2,000 yard receivers this year.
See, this what y'all don't understand. What my theory? I just said I understand that Shotty want to be physical. He want to run the ball, right? But in those passing situations, when you get those opportunities, the better your wide receiver is, the better chances you gonna get to maximize your passing opportunities. You see what I'm saying? Like when we do that play action double move, it's a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a 30-yard catch, it's a touchdown. Like that's the type of vibes that the Eagles was on. Like me and him talk about this all the time. If you're a running team and then you just bust out and throw the ball, like that is unstoppable, bro. Can't nobody stop that. Like
everybody already playing up.
They are dedicated to stop your main thing, which is the run. And then while they trying to figure that out, they like, damn, he done threw it over the top. Like it's nothing you can do, bro. If you can pull off a strategy like that, you will be unstoppable.
All right, landlord, how would you feel about Brandon Ayuk?
I like Brandon Ayuk. I think he'll be
He would do.
Fringe needle mover. I think he'll move the needle a little bit.
All right, because he and somebody else, they already regret their contract apparently. So you would have to take up most of the contract, but you would have Brandon Ayuk, who was a former first-round pick, who was a former All-Pro, and you know he a great route runner at that. He may not.
Camo. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was about to say I like John Mitchell coming out, but I mean he ain't really produced much in the league. He has been in a stacked room in Houston, but I think they're gonna actually give him an opportunity this year, so they might not be ready to let him go.
I mean, we'll see because
yeah, see, people think that running the ball means you don't have to worry about receiver, and that's just so false. Like You won't. This what it is. Okay, just like the Eagles was. I hate to give them props or even keep referencing them, but they just a great example for this. Like when I do throw the ball, it's a haymaker instead of a jab. I'm doing haymakers. Like remember now, Jalen didn't really do too much intermediate stuff for real. Jalen was kind of airing the ball out, real talk.
Yep.
Airing the ball out because they didn't love you to sleep with the run so much. Linebackers are anticipating run. So it's nothing right there in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And your safety's itching up too because they trying to help with the run support. Everybody got to help try to stop Saquon, man. Look, which one you think they was more concerned about? Saquon going for 50 or AJ Brown catching a 30-yard pass?
The way they played in the Super Bowl, they were more concerned about Saquon.
The league was, but they got to the Super Bowl on the back of Saquon Barkley. So, it's a fool to go in there trying to game plan with AJ Brown now. But that's the luxury of having both. You see what I'm saying? That's what landlord trying to bring us to. We need both.
I mean, look at your history. You had Emmitt Smith, but you also had Michael Irvin, and you also had Alvin Harper on the other side. 2 first-round pick wide receivers. So when Troy Aikman did get the opportunity to throw the football, he wasn't throwing no damn checkdowns like that. Right, when you look at the highlights, you don't see Michael Irvin on no damn curls. You see that man going over top. You see Alvin Harper going over top. That's the luxury of having a dominant running back, not being able to play too high safety shells because you're scared he's gonna hit his head on the goalpost at any given second, and you got to play one-on-one on the outside with these talented wide receivers.
To be fair, it ain't many people that can threaten you like Saquon from a running back spot though. But you still can have some, something in that ram close. Like you just need a home run hitter. You know what I'm saying? And Blue could be that. He a home run type back. But, that comes with reputation to get that type of respect, though. Y'all remember back in the day when we had Zeke, bro? We used to look, the crowd would be screaming. They'll be chanting Zeke before we even hand him the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of reputation I'm saying. Like, the whole crowd is telling the opponents who finna get the ball, and Zeke still score. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of time I'm talking about.
Yeah, because listen, folks knew that Zeke was going to get the ball, and they still can do shit with it. But, Landlord, you said there's not too many people like that. We could have got Derrick Henry last offseason, remember? But they never picked him up.
We could have got Saquon here.
Could have got Saquon. Could have got Derrick Henry. You could have got your boy from Alabama, Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
They were one of the best free agent classes for running backs in recent history, and the Dallas Cowboys did absolutely nothing to capitalize on that.
Here's what I want you to say, because you just cooked that. Think about this. I want you to take it a year back. We passed up on one of the best running back classes ever. With Gibbs and Bijan. We still didn't drop it back. And then you follow that up and miss it again the next year. Didn't drop one. Then you come back this year, miss the free agency market, didn't want to sign one. And you let your $20 million franchise tag back go. Then you follow up and let your next 1,000-yard back go. And then you wait to the 5th round to replace him. I don't think y'all understand what I'm saying, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy work right there.
Man. Landlord, I need you to tell me, because listen, I need you to tell me where we went wrong in this draft. I got to run outside for 2 seconds, but I need you to cook and explain to them what the running back options was for the Dallas Cowboys each round and let them know how many times they passed on getting a difference maker.
Absolutely, man. Like, if you gon' tell me I gotta take Tyler Booker, I'm like, okay, cool. I would have felt way better if you was gonna pair him with a Jenkins or somebody, bro. You passed on drafting Jenkins and you got Izaraku. I understand. I love Izaraku. Actually, he's probably my favorite draft pick outside of Tyler Booker this year. Like, I think he's gonna be incredible. But I'm just talking about, like, if you want to capitalize on your philosophy, on your physicality, on your dominance, on your mauling, because that's what you sold us. You sold us that we finna be mauling people and dominating people. You had to go and get somebody like a Jenkins or a dominant back to pair with that dominant guard and solidify this physicality that you're preaching. That's just in my opinion. I would have been ecstatic. I'd have been like, okay, I clearly see what Brian Schottenheimer is going to do. I clearly see his plan, and I'm with it. Let's go. But now we got this mauling line, and I don't have a back that I believe in to that degree. I'm sorry. I think Blue is okay, but I'm not jumping up and down about him. You see what I'm saying? I don't think he fit the bill. He don't fit the mold to the identity that y'all sold to me. Y'all said we finna get booking, we finna kick ass, we finna maul people, we finna push people down, we finna be straight savage mode on these people. Because we got one of the strongest interiors in our line, like Booker, we got Tyler Smith and Cooper Beebe. All of them are dogs and they want to kill you, okay? Theoretically in a football sense. They want to murder you. They want to take your soul. So if we got those type of offensive linemen, why we didn't match them with that type of back? Do you think Blue want to take your soul theoretically from a football standpoint? Let me know, y'all. Let me know. And shout out to the OG West Coast Cowboy in the building, man. Salute. Shout out to my dog. So, what y'all think? Do Jaden Blue want to take your soul as a runner? Let me know. Let me know. I just told you what the line want to do. I'm sure Tyler Smith want to take your soul. I'm sure Cooper Beebe want to put you in the dirt. I'm sure Tyler Booker want to put your face in the dirt. I can't say that about Blue. That's why I feel like they didn't do a good job on putting this physical, dominating run game together, in my opinion. That's where they went wrong. But like I said, at the same time, I love Izaraku, though. I really do. But I just felt like you should be building that vision that you sold me on. You didn't do it. Blue is not the type of back to do that. And like what saddens me, because nobody in this chat box can tell me definitively that Blue gonna be your starting running back. Can anybody tell me that? And if you can't say that, that means they did not fill the void. That's what that means, precisely.
You back, bro? You there?
Yeah, precisely. We got West Coast in the chat too.
I got what?
West Coast in the chat.
Hey, what's up with you, Wes? Yeah, I just got back. I had to run outside and check on something. Yeah. So yeah, dog. Listen, I think we did decent in the draft. I wouldn't have took the hurt corner to replace the hurt corners. You know what I'm saying? That word went a little sideways for me. Especially when you told me you wanted to be physical, and one of the most physical backs in the draft was right there. Like I already told you, I know a lot of people disagree with me. I think Caleb Johnson got all-pro potential. We'll find out now. He went to the Steelers. We know they're going to run the football.
Look, I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm excited about Blue speed. Like, this what I'm trying to illustrate to y'all. It's like this physical, dominating, mauling mentality is on the left side, and then you got Blue over here on the right side. It's not taking that away from Blue, but I'm talking about the style of back he is. He just don't fit this. That's all I'm saying. I like who Blue is as a back. I think he's gonna do well. I like his speed. He's the fastest back in the draft. I feel like he's gonna be a lightning bolt, but he just different from what they sold me. It's like store and buying a Lamborghini and they gave you a Hellcat. That's not what you bought
at all. And listen, there's several $100,000 difference. So
a link to his IG.
Cause we've been on here for an hour 19. We finna get off.
Yeah.
Like I said, we only gonna rock like another 5 minutes. I'm gonna ask this nigga this question, then I'm gonna have to depart.
Yeah, that would have been dope, but I ain't got much time either.
Yeah, cause hell, if you had came in early, we would did it. But shit, I can't rock another hour. I gotta eat.
True.
I'm gonna ask you these last these last questions, and I'm gonna get down, man. Since we ain't happy with the running backs, do you think Nick Chubb got shit left? He's listed as one of the best available running backs in here, but we also know that he been beat the fuck up. Like he had a ACL. I think he fucked his foot up this year. So he had back-to-back seasons of not having a lot of production, and he's been hurt. So would you kick the tires on Nick Chubb to bring more competition to this running back room, or do you prefer to just run with what you got? Cause like old buddy said, Javonte Williams is looking like the lead back right now.
I'm not gonna hold you. I would take Nick Chubb in a heart.
You disappeared, landlord. We can't. Nobody can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me now.
I can hear you now.
Okay, my bad. I was about to say I would take Nick Chubb, I believe, because right this second, what the day is, May the 2nd, 2025. I cannot tell you who my starting running back is. I can't. If y'all in the chat can, please educate me. And I feel like that is a failure from this draft. Like, how y'all just gonna continuously disrespect the running back position, man? But then you gonna tell me that's what we finna be focusing on.
Yeah, that
I
shit.
feel like it's a misdirection. He running misdirection runs already before he even got the boys to suit up. That's what I feel like.
My only thing is I think we did not like Nick Chubb the last time that we looked at him. Because I think we looked at him going into this offseason, and he didn't look too good in the game that we watched.
Well, if he's not the caliber player that we remember, all I'm saying is I need a significant upgrade to where he's a clear cut number one running back. Could anybody in this chat box tell me that Blue is gonna be the starter? And if you can't tell me that, that is a failure from your Cowboys in this draft. I'm sorry. And I don't even know if they looking at him as the starter. We need to literally be asking them, who is your starting running back, Shotty? Who is RB1 in Dallas? I want to ask that question. That's a tweet. Tweet that here and tag me in it, please. Who is your RB1 in Dallas?
Shit, I'm finna do it right now. But dog, I'm finna have to go and be a husband because my wife finna be home shortly. So I appreciate y'all for taking the time to jump onto the stream, show some love. I'll be back eventually, man. I don't know when the next time I'll jump on here, but I'm gonna jump on here, bring y'all some more Dallas Cowboys content. Lan, you got anything you want to add on the way out, my brother?
No, sir. I'm good. You already know. Just landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media. Y'all double tap the screen for the team. Hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. We appreciate all the love and support from everybody throughout Cowboy Nation. Y'all make sure y'all stay tapped in. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. And in the words of my brother, West Coast Cowboy, man, never look down, but the star is up. Peace.
Peace.